All right, let's go over the answers to the test review. For number 1 and 2, you didn't need to show your work. So number 1's keyword here of profit shows that this number is going to be positive. So 460 positive is the correct answer. Here, we're looking for -5, 3, and 4. So the point is at -5, 3, and 4. That would be C. Then there was that extra problem. So the extra problem on here, we had to label this number line. So I put 0 in the middle, -1, 2, 3, 4, 5, +1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put a point right at -4, -2, 0, and 3. Okay, then 3 and 4, you didn't need to show work. So number 3, the opposite of 82 is -82. The opposite of -15 keeps you right at -15. And then for this absolute value one, the absolute value of -28 is 28. Absolute value of -1 is 1 because it's the distance between 0 and the number on the number line. And 28 take away 1 is 27. So number 6 and 7, 8 and 9, you didn't have to show work. Positive is greater than negative. When the numbers are negative, the number closest to 0 is greater. For number 8, which roller coaster has the lowest vertical drop? So vertical drop, the biggest number that's negative is the Gemini here. And the coaster with the lift height closest to the mantis. So lift height, the mantis is 0, and -8 is the closest number to 0. 16 is close too, but -8 is closer. For 10 and 11, we have this work shown. So 5, 6, to turn it into a decimal, 5 divided by 6. You have to annex some zeros until you can see the pattern that 3 repeats. So with bar notation, the bar is over the 3. That's the number that repeats. So that was D. And number 11, this one was like really long, you guys, because it didn't start repeating until right here. So you have 4, 2, 8, 5, 7, 1, and then it starts repeating that. It's going to go 4, 2, 8, 5, 7, 1, 4, 2, 8, 5, 7, 1. So this part repeats. So D is the answer there. All right. For 12 and 13, you don't have to show work. Here, the positive is greater than the negative. So that would be A. And on 13... 7 and 6/10, 9 and 1/10. 9 is greater than 7 when we're talking positive numbers. So for 14, we have to put these numbers in order. And what you have here, comparing the -2/3 to -0.64. When you divide 2 divided by 3, and you take it to compare 0.66 and 0.64, they're negative numbers, so the -0.64 is greater. 2 and 1/8 is 17/8. 17 divided by 8, you're starting to get 2.12. 2.12 would be greater than 2.1 because that'd be like 2.10, and positive 12 is greater than 10. So when you order these, -2/3 is the smallest, then -0.64, then 2.1, then 2 and 1/8. All right, here's 15 through 18. 15, -3, +4 puts you at K. So that's X then Y. All right, point A is +1, -5, and it's in quadrant 4. This one right here, 17, which quadrant is Williams Island? That's 2. And what's closest to the origin? This is the origin, so it'd be this Herman H. Hetler. All right, 19 through 20. Before we do that, let's look at this extra problem here. So we're graphing A at -4, +2. Then we're reflecting it across this x-axis, so jump it to the opposite side. B is at +3, +4, and we're reflecting that across the y, so jump it across the y-axis. For vocab, the difference between positive and negative is C. Positive's greater than 0, negative's less than 0. Absolute value is the distance between 0 and a number on the number line. 21 opposites are the same distance from 0 in opposite directions. 22 rational numbers have whole numbers, integers, and fractions and decimals. 23 repeating decimals continue on and on, terminating come to an end. 24 bar notation is a symbol used to show a decimal repeats. 25 quadrant. 1 is in the top right, 2 top left, 3 bottom left, 4 bottom right. And a reflection is when the ordered pairs move to the opposite location across the X or Y axis.